Holidays are here. It is a time of joy and magic and love and tradition. And for some of us, a lot of stress, a lot of overwhelm, and burnout. Between all of the events and the gifts and work that you have to wrap up before the end of the year, it can be a bit overwhelming. So if you've ever felt personally victimized by the end of the year or the holiday season, raise your hand, join the club, and please stick around because I'm going to be sharing my 7-step process that not only helps you avoid year-end burnout, but it also helps you truly enjoy the holiday season. I recently ran a 7-day challenge with this exact framework that walked people through how to reduce stress and create more balance in their day-to-day. The feedback was incredible. It helped people clear their mental space. It helps them organize their inbox and get things cleared out that had been sitting there for forever. And it even helped them set boundaries personally and professionally. And the best part was that they had accountability so that they stuck with it every single day and continued to see results. So stick around because I'm not only going to share the 7 steps with you, but I'm also going to give you access to the free challenge as well. So let's get into it. One of the biggest reasons we burn out, whether it's at work, during the holiday season, because of the year end, is because of our mental clutter. We allow our brains to get so full of information. We have so many things that we want to do, that we need to do, that we have to do, we should do, and it just causes so much overflow in our brains that we start to feel frozen. Our minds are running a million miles a second, and it is so exhausting. So to combat this, the very first part of my 7-step process is doing a brain dump. You want to start with this because it all begins in the mind. Everything that we are experiencing when it comes to stress or burnout really starts with how we're processing the information that's being given to us. We have to take some of that information and get rid of it. We need to take some of that information and pass it along to the person that's really going to be able to do something with it. Think of this like decluttering a messy closet. What are you going to keep? What are you going to donate? And what are you going to trash? There are so many thoughts in our mind, and we don't give ourselves space to process those thoughts and actually do something with them. So they're just lingering around like, when are you going to get to me? When are you going to get to me? So what you need to do is really take the time to sit down, process those thoughts, brain dump it all out, and then decide whether you're going to do something about it, get rid of it, or give it to someone else to handle. During the challenge, I provided an amazing brain dump template that allowed participants to get out all of their thoughts and then easily organize them into the different categories so that they could move into a more organized and clear headspace. Step 2 of the process is clearing your physical space. So the first step is about clearing your mental space. The second is your physical space, because whatever is going on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside. So once you've made more space mentally, it's going to be easier for you to execute on some of your physical space that needs attention. This could be tidying up your desk, cleaning out a closet, decluttering your emails, or even just cleaning up a to-do list that you have laying around. When things are cluttered and messy and just out of order, that directly impacts our stress levels and our ability to think clearly, especially during the holidays or the end of the year when things are really starting to pile up and you're trying to wrap up a bunch of things, and then you have all of these events going on, and then you have shopping and hosting, and it's just a lot at the end of the year. It's fun, but it can be a lot. So making sure that you're setting yourself up for the most success to be able to be present and enjoy yourself is going to happen first and foremost with a clear mental and physical space. During the challenge, I provided participants with a really fun little declutter checklist. It gave them examples of different areas and how they could clean those things up, and then a lovely little checklist just to have that added reward of checking the box. I love checking boxes. It's such a fun thing to do as a overachiever. So if that's you, I think you would really enjoy that piece of the challenge. Step 3 is one of my favorite steps, and something that I think a lot of people already do, but they may not do it in the way that is most effective for this task. Step 3 is prioritization. The key to balance during the holidays, during the end of the year, any time that you are feeling overwhelmed is about prioritizing what matters most, not getting everything done. You're never going to achieve balance in a time of stress or overwhelm by doing everything everything. Instead, you need to prioritize what matters most based on your energy levels. What I see a lot of people doing is basing their priorities on other people's priorities. They think that because it's someone else's high priority for them to do something, that's also their priority, but that is actually not accurate. You need to think about your capacity and your energy levels, and that is what should determine whether something is a priority to you or not. Traditional time management and project management is only going to focus on deadlines, and it is going to force you into uncomfortable positions so that you can get every little thing on the list done. Well, guess what? This is the Balanced Business Coach, and we do not do things that way over here. We prioritize enjoyment and fulfillment and balance. We do not prioritize stretching ourselves so thin that we are miserable just to check off a task. You only have so much energy. You have to use it wisely. During the challenge, we used this prioritization planner. It allowed us to look at things in different quadrants, sort of like the Eisenhower matrix, but instead we categorize things by the level of impact and the level of effort that it's going to take you to do. This helped people get clear on what was really going to be worth their time. One of the participants submitted their reflections and actually mentioned how impactful this part of the challenge was because it helped them recognize what truly mattered to them instead of prioritizing everyone else's needs. This part was so game changing. All right, step 4. If you are the type of person who has the family that is like always pulling you in different directions and making you do things that you just like are so over, don't want to do, this one's for you. How we do one thing is typically how we do everything. So if you allow people to kind of dictate your schedule in your family, you probably let people do that in the workplace or with your friends as well. If you're like, nah, actually, I do set pretty good boundaries everywhere else in my life, it's just this one area that I struggle with, then you have a head start. You know how to set boundaries. You just need a little help in this one area. Whether it's the holidays or the workplace, there are always going to be things that are pulling at your time and demanding your attention. So setting boundaries are not just about saying no or being able to say no. It's about protecting your energy and honoring your values. Say it with me. Boundaries are my friend. Whether it's saying no to another cookie exchange or limiting your work hours because you have things that you want to enjoy this holiday season, boundaries are going to protect your energy, your peace, and your sanity. So during the challenge, what we did was we made a list of all of our values, because once you identify your values and you can get behind those with the beliefs that you hold, it makes it a lot easier to set boundaries. One participant even shared with me how doing this exercise made it easier to set boundaries with other people without feeling guilty. That is one of the biggest reasons why we don't set boundaries, is because we don't want to make someone else feel bad. We feel like we're going to hurt someone's feelings or like we're going to be letting someone down. But if we realize and recognize that we're letting ourselves down and we're cutting ourselves off from our beliefs and our values when we allow other people to dictate our lives, then it makes it a little bit easier to be stern and firm in our boundaries. So step 4 is really about identifying an area where you need to set a boundary and then coming up with a quick plan for how you can start setting that boundary now. All right, step 5, routines. Routines are like my secret weapon against chaos. Small, consistent habits, even like 10 minutes of quiet time in the morning to read, journal, meditate, just drink your coffee to yourself and just let yourself adjust to the day. Small routines like that really make a difference in how you show up and how you feel in your day-to-day life. I believe a daily routine should have something physical, something mental, and then something emotional. The key to this is to make it simple and sustainable. It does not have to be a 3-hour extravagant morning routine. It does not have to be the 2 hours leading up to bedtime, wind down routine. You don't have to do all of that to be effective in your routine. What you want to do is make sure that you are somehow incorporating those 3 pieces: mental, physical, and emotional, and then keep it simple. Keep keep it realistic for you. Keep it realistic for your schedule. But staying consistent in those habits, in that routine, is going to build resilience. It's going to build fulfillment. You are going to have less stress throughout your days because you're making time for you. The challenge came with this really awesome routine builder. It broke everything down into manageable steps. It gave them fill in the blank for each of the different categories, and then they had to set how often they were going to do that. It was incredible, and I think that if routines are something that you kind of struggle with, this would be a really beneficial part of the challenge for you. All right, 2 more steps to go. Step number 6 is reflect and celebrate. Celebrating your accomplishments and your achievements is such a gift that you can give to yourself. And reflection is one of the ways that you can actually take the time to sit down and acknowledge what those achievements were and how you can celebrate them. I feel like moms and busy people especially struggle with this, overachievers. I actually was speaking with a client recently, and she was explaining to me how when she achieves things and people congratulate her, or if she wants to celebrate anything, she almost feels embarrassed or bashful about celebrating it because she had this mindset of, well, I should be achieving these things. I shouldn't have even gotten to the point where I hadn't achieved this yet. Damn right I achieved this. There's no time for celebrating. I have to keep going. There's more to get done. It was eye-opening to me to hear that perspective, because I think as moms, as women, as busy people who want to achieve a lot in life, we have this pressure that we put on ourselves to attain so much, but we have to stop and enjoy the journey. We have to stop and look at the fact that we did do something incredible, whether we have higher expectations or more goals for ourselves or not, we still accomplished something. So it is crucial, especially for the women and the moms out there who do thankless jobs and who achieve so many things within a week that it feels like this isn't even achievement anymore because you're such a badass and you do so many amazing things that your expectations of yourself are just out the roof. You still deserve to be celebrated. Other people look at you in awe and wonder how you fucking do it. So please take the time to celebrate yourself. Take the time to reflect on all that you have done this year, this month, this day, whatever it is, and celebrate yourself. Take yourself out and do something to celebrate. During the challenge, this step included several different journal prompts to walk participants through this process because it can be difficult to celebrate yourself when you're not used to it. So if this is you and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with celebrations, I highly recommend joining that free challenge and allowing yourself to embrace this piece of it. Also, if you haven't seen my video on celebrating yourself, I will link that down below, and definitely go check that out after this video. Okay, and then the final step to keeping balance during the holidays, during the end of the year, during your busiest seasons, is to set intentions. Balance is not just about relaxing and finding ways to do your traditional self-care like spa day, manicure, pedicure, that kind of stuff. Sometimes balance is about giving yourself an opportunity to really think about your future and the things that you want for your life. It's about reevaluating the goals that you've set for yourself, making sure that you're still in alignment with those, adding anything new, removing anything that doesn't feel aligned anymore, and making a plan to get there. So your 7th step of this process to create balance is to set intentions for yourself that are aligned with your values and aligned with everything that you have built through steps 1 through 6. When you're setting your goals, think about how important it's going to be to keep up with these different habits of keeping your mental space clear, keeping up with your physical space so that you can relax and feel more clear on the things that you need to do. Prioritizing, setting routines, building boundaries, all of that is going to contribute to you executing on the steps that it will take to get to your goals. So every single piece of this 7-step process leads you to success. So how will you continue to integrate those in order to achieve your goal? During the challenge, we started with this really powerful visualization meditation to meet your future self and see where you want to go. This really helps you ground into what is aligned with you and focus focus on what truly matters to you and where you want to focus your energy going into this new year. And then after that, there was a journal reflection on the meditation and then an intention setting process to write down your goals and really root into the foundation that you built in steps 1 through 6. The entire challenge leads to this moment where you get to create what your future looks like, not only clarifying what you want for 2025, but how you will actually use each of these steps to maintain the balance that's going to help you get there. I'll be honest, like this is one of my favorite parts of the challenge because it's when everything finally clicks about why each piece is so important. It's where you take each of the lessons and the wins from the 7 days and turn them into a vision for your future. And that is just such an incredible moment. So going through this 7-step process or participating in the full 7-day challenge, it doesn't just help you manage your stress over the holidays or throughout the end of the year. It really sets you up for success for 2025 and beyond. So if you've made it this far, I know that you are probably really excited to get your hands on this free challenge. It is still available for you if you click the link down below in the description. It says join free busy and balanced challenge. That will take you directly to a page where you will be able to start the challenge today. You'll get a preparation email that's going to give you an overview of what to expect. And then the day after you sign up, you will start with day 1. And then every single day you will get an email in your inbox with a video from me personalized for that day. You will get the resource for that day, all of the templates and the prompts that I shared with you in this video today. You will get access to those in your daily emails. And then there's also the accountability piece where you have daily check-ins. And if you complete all 7 days and all of your check-ins, you will get a coupon code to attend the 2-hour masterclass that I'm hosting at the beginning of January next year. So if you're looking to start the new year with clarity, peace, balance, and a roadmap that actually works for you and builds sustainable success, I really hope that you will join me in this free 7-day workshop. The link is down below to sign up. Thank you so much, as always, for being here today. I appreciate it so much. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed already, I hope you'll click the subscribe button and stick around for the journey. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video so that I know to make more like this. And if you want to get notified every single time that I post, hit the bell icon and YouTube will do its thing and let you know. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and until next time, take care.